let's start with the biggest thing I think a lot of Wii U owners were waiting for, and that was the Mario Kart 8 finalized release date of May 30th. Yoda, what do you think of that release date?
It should have been sooner than that, personally, but I mean, they've been needing a first-person title for a while, but at least it's coming out soon rather than the later part of the year, so it helps them along the lines of all the new gens, so they're getting a first platform title out there.
Yeah, what do you think, Merky?
I'll agree. I wish it was sooner, but as long as it's coming all set, ready to go, and we don't have any transition period of where we're more or less beta testing, I'm fine with waiting till late May, I guess.
Yeah. How about you, Cope?
Yeah, I guess a lot of gunslingers like to play Mario Kart, so I'm sure they would have liked to seen it come out sooner.
Gosh, Shellslingers are coming back. What can I say? Winged Human?
You know, I really hoped that this would have been out sometime around Christmas time, to tell you the truth. Waiting until second quarter is kind of a bummer for me because there's really not anything out in between basically Call of Duty and now Mario Kart 8. So, I mean, they've had a couple of smaller titles, but nothing really big that really like to draw crowds to the Nintendo. So.
Yeah, that is surprising, especially since right before Christmas they had that huge price drop on the Wii U. And so I was waiting for that holiday season release that would warrant that people to go, oh yeah, I need to buy that game. Hey, that's great. The Wii U is cheaper right now. And that just never happened. Do you think Mario Kart needs... I mean, how badly does Nintendo need Mario Kart 8 to be successful out of the gate?
Oh, yeah definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
It needs that. It needs Smash Brothers. Something needs... Some big
yeah.
multiplayer needs to come now.
Yeah.
They're dying on the first-person titles right now because they released that system way too soon before all those first-person titles were even ready. So if they were talking about releasing the Wii U this year and then all these first-person titles came out, I would have been more happy.
Well, speaking of the Mario Kart 8, and part of the release about what accompanied the fact that it's coming out May 30th is the fact that 7 more of the characters that you can race with was announced, and that were essentially the 7 children of King Koopa from, I think they originally came out in Super Mario 3. That's
the first I remember was Mario 3,
yeah. Yeah. How about you, Winged Human, as far as Mario Kart 8? Well, for one, are you planning on getting it, and what do you think of the characters?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be getting Mario Kart 8. I mean, my wife loves Mario Kart 8. My wife does not play video games, so absolutely I'll be getting that. And I was really glad to see additional characters. My biggest concern with adding so many characters and so many karts is really how many different types of combinations are going to be competitive. You know, in the first Mario Kart, there were probably less than half a dozen that were honestly competitive. I mean, if you didn't run, you know, Princess Peach on a motorcycle, or Yoshi in the one kart, or, you know, even
Donkey
Koopa
Kong.
in this, Donkey Kong, one of those super heavies, you weren't competitive. You lost nearly every match because everybody else ran the other one. So, I mean, I really hope that they try and do a little bit more balancing in terms of the characters and the carts or the motorcycles. How are they doing?
What do you think, Yoda?
Looking at the whole Koopa clan stuff is just listening to it when I woke up this morning. It's just that it brings a new dynamic to stuff. Hopefully, you know, like everybody else says, is that, you know, hopefully they balance stuff out decently, because the last few have been just kind of rough on a few characters, so especially Donkey Kong. So, I mean, the Koopas bring a whole new different aspect, in my opinion.
Well, how about you, Merky?
I like seeing the characters for sure. As far as the balancing thing, I mean, yes, I hope there's more of a balance between the bikes and the carts.
Yeah.
I kind of would like to see even more, though, as far as your size, instead of just having the lightweights, the mediums, and the heavies. Maybe this will open it up a little bit more that way. because I personally, I'd like more option in that. As far as the characters themselves, I don't know if I'll be playing them. I've always been a Toad kind of guy. But I know, I don't know, things like Dry Bones, which I didn't think would be all that big a hit. They were taken off. You see them in Mario Kart Wii all the time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, everybody's playing as them. So I think people like the characters, but I'm going to play whatever feels best for me.
Yeah.
And then, of course, throw some heavies around when I want to throw people around.
Knock them off the track and ghost, one of the ghost tracks.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, and what's kind of an interesting detail that's kind of being pointed out is, okay, that's 7 more characters announced. That puts the confirmed total roster in the 20s. I think, I want to say 24. If it goes this way, this will easily be the most characters that you can choose from. So, because I have a feeling we still have more to be announced, which may not even be announced till the game's out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see where they go with this. How many racers and tracks, and just how bigger everything's going to be in Mario Kart 8.
What do you guys think about characters who are only unlocked doing, super special acts, either playing the single player mode or having to purchase upgrades, those type of things?
Well, personally, I actually like the unlock thing, and I was talking to Belky in chat. I'm not actually against DLC packs as long as the main game isn't shorted characters. If we get more characters than we have in any other Mario Kart one up front, I'm okay with DLC later. But I like the unlocks. You achieve some stuff, you get some super cool things. It's kind of like a almost status when you go online and you're racing with the person. I don't know what the rest of you think.
As far as the DLC, if there were DLC characters, sounds good if they're not day one. If they're day one, why bother? But if they're going to be down the road to keep the game fresh, okay, sounds great. What was the rest of that? Nope.
Tying characters into unlocks.
Oh, unlocks. I like unlocks, yeah. And what they did, I think it was in Mario Kart Wii, they made it, I think you didn't unlock it just in single, easier to do that, or you just did so many races, and then it just naturally happened.
Right.
Which, some of those things were kind of tough, so that was good that was there. Unlocks, I hope they keep unlocked.
Before we move on, I just want to kind of gauge where you guys on a scale of 1 to 10. What's the possibility that either Super Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart 8 will get DLC? How about you, Merky? 10 being most possible, 1 being no way in hell.
Oh boy, I want it to be a 10. We'll give it a 4.
4. Okay, so unlikely then. How about you, Cope?
I would say about a 7. I'm going to be optimistic here and say that Smash Bros. Will get some download content.
It does seem kind of possible with Smash Brothers maybe over Mario Kart 8 because they bring in so many different franchises. Like even Metal Gear's represented in the past. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Yoda?
I'm just going 5 because I'm feeling lukewarm. Just sometimes I trust Nintendo and then sometimes I don't. So I'll wait and see on this one. So I'm on the fence.
Yeah, Nintendo does seem to. It seems logical. It seems like they could really make a lot of money off of this, but that doesn't mean anything, I guess. I don't know.
Money?
What? Not what there was.
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
How about you, Winged?
Yeah, I'm going to be the super optimist of the group, and I'm going to say 10. I think that Wii is going to really try and lean on the titles of Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Brothers, and I think they're going to get DLC in some way, whether it be carts, whether it be tracks, whether it be additional characters, additional modes. I don't know, something that I think they're going. I fully believe that they're going to get DLC.
I could see some kind of like the track kind of thing, like they did with the Mario Kart Wii. What was that? The little
the challenges,
like weekly challenge, or I mean that I could see definitely. Yeah. That'll happen.
Yeah.
I think it's a win-win for the characters, even more so than the tracks, because the tracks kind of is the issue with the maps on Call of Duty. It kind of splits up the community between who has and who doesn't. But if you have non-OP'd, overpowered character / cart downloads, that can be kind of fun. Like you have a Metroid character pack, you download it, and you have Samus and her cart, and I don't know, that can be a lot of fun. I'm kind of with Winged. I'm going to be super optimistic, probably just so I can be more bitter later when it doesn't happen, and give it like a 9 out of. So.